Hey folks, Sheldon from the Outlaw Speed Shop, and got a new project going here, and I figured I'd start right at the start because this project has a story. We know we all like stories. So what we have here is a 66 Chevy Pickup, short bed, fleet side, I guess. Yep, fleet side, that's what they call it. And we're going to be building this, but no 283 or 327 or whatever they had in there. We got a 6-cylinder here. So the story behind this truck is this was Grandpa's truck. Grandpa had it since it was new. Drove it and drove it and drove it and had it forever. And it got old and, you know, faded and all that stuff. And he handed it down to his grandson. So his grandson takes over this truck and he starts driving it to school and, you know, high school, and then after high school to work and back and forth, and, you know, goes down the road, and he finally gets things going, gets a good job, gets him some money. So he decides he is going to hot rod this little old truck. So that's his plan. So his first plan is, and I might have to step away here just for a second, but his plan is, there we go, is he's going to make a real hot rod out of this thing. I mean, we're talking real hot rod. So he saves up his dollars and he gets in contact with this fella, and this fella has this big block Chevy, and so he buys it, and he buys this thing and he puts it in the back of the truck like so. He hauls it home. So he gets this thing home, and he realizes, oh my God, I need some help. So he goes over to his friend's house, and that's where the next video will be, is when he gets back from his friend's house, because they start tearing into this. As you can see, it's a 572 crate motor that he's got, and so they're going to tear into that, and they're going to get some work done on that motor before they're ready to put it in here, this said pickup truck. So that's where we're at right now. So I just wanted to start off the story from the beginning, so we all know what's going on. So that's where we're at now, and we'll keep checking in and see what happens, and see how this old bunch of white plastic turns into an old, you know, an old Chevy truck you see driving down the road. And he's got some hopes and plans to, you know, to do something with this thing, and so that's the start of it. So we're going to go ahead and stop here, and we'll be back in a while. Hey folks, back again on this 66 Chevy Pickup project. Last time we went over the story and just the basic, you know, what's going on, and since then we been doing a little bit of work. Anybody that's built one of these 65 or 66 Chevys from Revell know that there's a love-hate relationship with them, because for whatever reason they decided to make a hood in 4 pieces. They decided to make a separate piece for here, and getting all that to fit and whatever is a little bit challenging, but I got it pretty close. Also, oh, to continue with the story within the story. So I assumed that I had all the parts for this kit when I started. Because it looked like I had all the parts. And since my memory's not as good as it used to be, once I started messing around, I realized, oh, I remember now. This is just a box of leftover parts, because I have 2 resin bodies in projects in process. A panel and a blazer made off of the Suburban kit. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, so I've got 2 of those. So, and if you've dealt in that world, which, let me just grab one here so I can show you. It should be one of these here. Here we go. Said blazer. So you can see that you have to use the hood and this front, whatever the heck that piece is, to go with the resin body, windshield, and that's really about it. And as you can see, yeah, I don't know, this thing's, oh, I think it was broken, so got issues there. But anyway, so you got to steal a whole bunch of parts. Well, not a whole bunch of parts, several parts, and then you have a whole damn kit sitting there, and you're missing a few damn parts. So I thought one of the cures to this was to get a aftermarket hood. Well, yeah. The problem with the aftermarket hood, which I've already used one, is even when you have one in the good condition, it's about a 1/16 of an inch too wide in the back. And so, or maybe even overall, I can't remember, but I know the last one I did, I had to cut it and all kinds of stuff like that. So I had forgot all of this stuff when I took on this job here. So anyhow, that's where we're at. So a long story short is I had to make a trip to Hobby Lobby yesterday to buy an extra kit for the 2 or 3 pieces that I was missing. Oh, but there's even more to the story. When I started, before I realized that I was missing the front piece, I went to do the interior and I only had 1 door panel. So this was early yesterday. So I decide, I'll just get on eBay and take a look and see what I can find. And the kits are like, oh my God, they're, you know, $30 plus shipping and all that stuff. So I'm looking and I find someone that has a whole interior for sale for $10. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that's a lot cheaper than buying a whole nother kit, because all I need is that door panel. So I ordered it, and I'm working and working, and that's when the big realization came to me that I didn't have this piece. And it's like, oh, now I gotta go. So now I gotta go to Hobby Lobby. So we had business over there anyway, so I go over there and I'm thinking to myself, well, I sure hope that they're 40% off, you know, because I hate paying $30 for a kit, because last time I went over there they were $30. And how much was that one? Was it $39 or was it $39? Yeah. So I get over there, and luckily they're 40% off, but now the kits are $40 a piece. I'm thinking, shit, I can buy one on eBay with shipping for that. But luckily, it was, I had 40% off, so I think I still ended up paying $28 for it, which is what they were a few months ago. So they kind of did, oh, let's just raise the price up and then put them on 40% off all the time, and then they're the same price as what they used to be. So that's a whole nother story there. But I got one, got it home. Had to buy the step side because that's all they had. I kind of liked it, would have liked it if I had one, had another fleet side bed instead of that. But anyway, that one has a pretty good sets of wheels and tires and some decent engine and stuff in it. So at least I'll be able to, you know, get some more parts out of that. So anyhow, that brings us to where we are. Oh, you got to go over there with that. I don't know, maybe it might fit better than this one does. This one don't fit where the... Wow. Huh. We may have to decide which one to use. So that brings us to the next thing. So I'm putting the hood together yesterday. And when I first put this thing on it, when I had these little jobbies hair on there, man, it was crooked. It was just a mess. So I got the idea, because somehow or another, I'm not sure what, where, or when, not too long ago, I think there was a thing on eBay. There was one for sale, and it had a homemade hood hinge. And I kind of looked at it a little bit, didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. And I thought, well, maybe I should just make a new hinge for it. So last night, I sat down here for a couple hours, and as you probably can't see, I got a whole bunch of all these bent pieces of brass rod and this, that, and everything else. And I was trying to come up with a decent way to make a hinge for the hood. But I could never quite figure it out because, well, actually I did figure it out, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. And then I realized, well, for this one, I don't even need it. I mean, I thought it would be cool if it was easy, but so anyway, I digress, or whatever that word is. So I thought all I had to do is drill a hole through the side right here and make some kind of a weird little, you know, the bushing that goes in here with the rod. And I mean, I tried everything, and then I realized that, yes, the problem with the hoods is you always have to lift. You have to be able to lift the hood up and it goes back. And that's why hood hinges are have two pivots, lift and whatever. A single pivot is never going to work, because a single pivot is always going to jam the backside in, and it doesn't work very good because I just scrapped it and put some new little things on here to get it to line up. So anyhow, I thought if I put a rod through there, and then I had a hole over here where I thought, well, because it looked like the one that I saw had the rod, you know, behind, how people, you know, you do, you know, like this behind with the rod sticking out. So I messed with that a little bit, and then I thought, well, you got to have a double pivot. So messed around with that a little bit, and then I just realized, because usually, and if you saw my last, I don't remember if I even did it anyway, on that Ford pickup that I just did, plus the one of these four-wheel drive that I did a while back, is I always go with the front tip, because it's easy to make in the front. It's easy to make a double pivot. You put one right here, and then you put a tube across here, so this pivots, and then that pivots, so when it lifts, it goes up, and then you can, this part goes forward, that part does that part, and everything's okay. So, but anyway, I just wanted to show you where I'm at. So I got just doing a little sanding and everything before we start putting some primer on this thing and some paint. And I think all I got to do at the back is put the little jobbies for the tailgate on there and start painting that part. But anyway, I got the I put the chassis together, all stock. I did about what would be like a 4-inch lowering, like you would put lowering springs, and which basically means you just cut this little thing here. The front had to do a little, cutting and bending and whatever. And I realized in, I think that other kit that I got, the new one, that it came with 2 separate ones. So I think there's, in one of these, there's a lowering one of these, and when you look at it, it looks pretty much what I did with this one anyway, just probably easier. So just got a little start on here so we can do some rusting and whatnot. Got our wheels, and then this is the engine out of the AMT 60, and that, so that's the little 6 that's going to go in there. However, this, I still got to do a little bit of messing around on getting that all set up, but I think it'll fit just fine. I mean, I checked to make sure it fit, you know, this way, but I'm gonna have to do something for a little motor mount on there. Anyway, if you haven't noticed, this video already is 2 parts, and I finally realized to do this is I'm gonna do these little short sections and put them all together into one long video, like, you know, like the regular video people do. You know, back when I just started doing them all in one with nothing else, I didn't have the equipment or anything to do that very well, and now with my movie maker program, it's pretty easy. So I'm gonna try this, and maybe I can get more videos done that way, and less, you know, less not making videos. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one video here all the way through until it's done, and you know, then it'll probably end up maybe, you know, like 20 minutes or something. But anyhow, I just wanted to let you know what was going on, and so we're going to get some primer and stuff on the body and get working on that paint job, and it's going to be kind of a turquoise. I'm not exactly sure. Aqua turquoise, which was the color they had back in the mid 60s then. It's going to be pretty much more faded on the top, more color on the bottom. I was thinking about maybe doing a two-tone with a white roof, but I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. I mean, I would have liked to done just the roof itself separate, but the two-tone was actually all the way across, and so I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet or not. But I'm going to go ahead and get some start getting some primer, and basically when I do my primers, and I'll do a video partway with the painting on, and what I've been doing is you know, different shades of primer on your undercoat and everything to get some different tones, and then shoot your color on there, and then, you know, start doing some sanding and airbrushing and whatnot. Just kind of wing it and kind of go how it is. But it's going to be a turquoise, a metallic turquoise base color, and, you know, kind of faded out. I got a picture of one that's kind of what we're looking for, so I'm gonna kind of try to keep pretty close to that. So anyway, that's where we're at now, and I'm gonna work on this probably for a couple days, and I'll get back with another video, and we'll be all caught up. So thanks, everybody. Hey folks, Sheldon from the Outlaw Speed Shop, and we're back here for the end of our story. And let me get in here. I'm in my coloring book area. Better light, better everything over here. So anyway, the 66 Chevy fleet side, short side bed. Grandpa's hand-me-down truck. is all finished. It's off to the shop to put this old big block in here. You can see we got a 572. Got some turbos sitting on the seat. Got a 6-speed tranny sitting there, and gonna make this. We'll start. Obviously, gonna need some more parts to it, but that's pretty much what we got. And so, anyway, this story's coming to a close. Excuse me. Like I said, it was pretty much a stock build. The only thing I did is switch engines, put a 6-cylinder in it instead of the 283. I don't think, oh, I did do a little lowering on it. That's it. That's all I did to it. So, I did a little work on this hood. I kind of, like I went over before, what I did on the hood. And so, you know, that's all I can say about it. There it is. I'm going to do some pictures. We'll have some pictures in here. And hope you guys like this video. It's the first time I've ever really put some multi-sections together, you know, into one video. And I'll see how it comes out. And, you know, it might be a little long or whatever, but hopefully you'll get the gist of the whole thing of the build. And so anyway, that's it. Just like I say, just a little stalker. So thanks everybody for watching, and hope you enjoy this video. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and everything is appreciated. Thank you.